we're going to be talking the Royal Rumble because that event is going to be something that we need to discuss, along with the new Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon and the movie They Live. So that's our topics for today. So if you have not seen any of them, I highly recommend you pause this episode, go check it out later on, come back to us after you've watched. But the Rumble, you can catch a lot of highlights on YouTube, so I'm not worried about that one.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
We'll get to that one later. Now,
Definitely.
Let's start off with the Royal Rumble, because that was a big event. What was that, like the special start time? 6 o'clock. It ran till, what was it, 10:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one
Not including the after show.
Yeah, so it ran pretty long. It was a good show. Mm-hmm. Started off with four matches, which I'm not a big fan of less matches during these pay-per-views.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
The Rumble is something, especially when you have a men's Rumble and a women's Rumble, you can get away with less matches. It does, however, take away from some of the other storylines that have gone on. So Jimmy, you want to start us off with the women's Rumble? What were your opinions?
The women's Rumble, where the ever-popular Pat McAfee had his famous saying of, what? Holy shit moment?
Yeah, well, that's Pat McAfee.
Yes, but I will say this. I was shocked that a few wrestlers weren't there, and I believe you were too.
Yeah.
I was happy that certain wrestlers were there, and very, very happy when the bitch came back with the little dolly.
Oh, but you know what? Can't even call her that because, let's face it, Alexa Bliss's return was the absolute highlight of the women's Royal Rumble match. You know, I give them a lot of credit. Roxanne Perez being the Iron Woman lasting.
Holy crap.
She came in at, what was that, number 3?
3.
Number 3 lasted till the very end.
Oh, an hour and 7 minutes to change.
So she set a record there on that one.
She beat Bayley's record, and she's going to start rubbing it in till Mania.
Oh, yeah.
Watch.
But now the thing is, you know, we all knew Charlotte Flair was coming back. There were a few surprises. I wasn't too thrilled with Nikki Bella coming back. I wish it would have been like Asuka.
Yes.
But, oh well.
Asuka's shots.
I was happy that Trish came back, though. Trish's entrance into the Rumble was a good comeback. Because we haven't seen Trish since her fallout with Zoe Stark.
Yep.
And
the 3 of them in there, forget about it.
The Pure Fusion Collection, the PFC, that is the stupidest name they've come up with so far. But, you know what?
I was actually a little disappointed that they didn't get to eliminate that many people like Breaker and Roman in the men's.
You know what the thing is, though? It's also, if you notice, there were women who were absent from the Rumble that you would have liked to have seen. I would have loved to have seen Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, would have loved to have seen Caden Carter, Katana Chance. Seeing them in there would have put a little more high-flying action into it.
And even some Kofi moments.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even get the New Day in the men's, but we'll get to that one after.
That.
Yeah. So that was an interesting entire matchup for the women's Rumble. We knew Charlotte was going to win. It was pretty much a foregone conclusion. But did you catch with Alexa Bliss a few of the little tweaks that are there? Because Lily's eye has a 6 in it.
Yep.
And a lot of the rumor mill is saying that she may be going and taking over as the de facto leader of the Wyatt Six. So that should be interesting if that's the case, since Bo Dallas is out injured.
I think she's been given the balking orders since day one.
Yeah. But, there's been the 6. But you know what? There's only been 5 of them, which I always assumed that the Wyatt Six Bray was their 6th man. So looking down on them, he was always there. But she also had Friend Forever, but it was really said Fiend Forever on her jacket, which didn't get a lot of hype, but
it gave good. Good tribute to him.
So it'll be nice to see. And what they're saying is she will be on SmackDown. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to seeing, where her storyline goes. And she did not look like she missed a beat.
No.
in all honesty, neither did Trish.
No.
And I will give it to Nikki Bella. I'm not the biggest
Listen,
Bella fan.
She just got murdered on the Traitors, and then she's already there. I'm
Yeah.
like, that made me laugh.
But she just went and she came back looking good. Not like there didn't really seem to be a lot of ring rust.
No.
But it's hard to tell how much ring rust there is when you're in a Rumble match where you have so many people around you.
The only way you can tell ring rust, or at least the returns of people, is the men it used to be them like, oh my god, how fat they got,
Yeah.
and everything, and how crappy they do a move. But I'll tell you one thing: none of the ladies.
Oh no.
They had spot on spot and everything. I mean, even Jordan Grace, who is now WWE.
Oh, Jordan Grace she came out. It was amazing to see her in
Yes.
there. The NXT stars that all came out.
5 of them.
5 NXT stars, so it gave them a chance to shine. But like I said, there were main roster women that I would have liked to have seen. But this did show one thing that I think Bailey may have touched on it on one of her internet posts. Don't shoot me if I'm got that one wrong. But we got more than enough women that it's time for an all women's pay-per-view.
Again.
Yeah. So we need a women's evolution too. Because there's more than enough women for this kind of competition. And let's face it, if you're going to do the Rumble next year in Saudi, I think the women should get a pay-per-view all of their own.
Yep.
It would only be fair considering the fact that their Rumble match is going, like I said,
It's going to be crap.
Yeah, and the thing is, Zelina Vega, her costume coming out, she looked amazing. She won't have that ability to do something like that when they're
Everybody's
in Saudi.
going to have to dress like Nia or look like, what do you call,
Oh no, you basically have to be covered up. I'm surprised they're not making them wear a burqa. The simple fact of the matter is their culture is their culture, and I'm not going to disrespect their culture. No. However, you're watching the women on television. I think I said this in the last episode, but they're watching this on television. They're already seeing their costumes, everything that they do, so they know how much skin is shown. Now, when they're going to perform in your country, you want them to all of a sudden go and cover up because of your delicate sensitivities.
And you notice that the WWE museum is over there.
Yeah, which is a problem because we don't have anything here.
No,
at least, you know what?
It's a traveling show.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Hall of Fame, there should be a physical building for the Hall of Fame. You figure they are doing the show where they're looking for those lost treasures. And you're getting them for a Hall of Fame that physically doesn't exist.
New York State has one because I know that.
But that's a wrestling overall.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, God rest his soul, who used to do referees in MSG. If you look back on the old MSG, you could see him there and everything. And he was inducted into that Hall of Fame.
Now, let's move